I've been really thinking about whether I should make this video or not, because in the making, I've been very anxious about various factors such as my monstrous appearance, my friends or acquaintance reaction, or what I would say in this video. I'm really afraid about how the people I know gonna react to this video, but that aside, I don't really have a clear vision for what I gonna do after this. But for some reason, I still really want to make this video. I was kinda hesitate, but I just end up writing the script and hit record. And yeah, here we are. This is a brief history and a boring story about me and my YouTube career. Microphone.
See how the sun shines brightly in the city, on the streets where once was pretty Mr. Blue. Sky is living here today. Hey, hey, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long.
Căn phòng này vậy là căn phòng chưa mở, tức là có đúng. I was one of those kids who were lucky enough to get in touch with the internet at a very young age. Well, unlike now, internet back then was such a paradise compared to the social media nowadays. I don't know, maybe I'm a boomer, but I really love the old YouTube in specific, like those bad quality vlogs or a 30 minutes long Minecraft gameplay video without any edit. Anyway, 2016, 4th grade. I made a channel with my friend, Zana. What inspired me? These people.
Hello, xin chào mọi người.
Hey, what's going on, dudes? Someone chopped up his wiener!
It is kind of funny that I had no idea what they were saying because I didn't know any English and I just watched them because they scream a lot. And back then, scream equals... I rewatched all of my video back then and I must say it sure bring back the memories. I was really passionate about making video. Like I had the worst of the worst tools to make video and somehow still managed to make hundreds of them. Like literally hundreds. It really shows how passionate and how much I enjoy creating content despite the lack of tools and viewers. As a person, I don't really remember much about how I was like when I was a kid, but based on all the vlog and the amounts of video I made, it is safe to say that I was a very joyful, childish, careless, and a free kid who had a great childhood growing up with YouTube and the internet. But then, middle school arrived. My puberty started earlier than most kids in my class, and you know what happened when puberty hit? Not very good stuffs. When puberty hits, kids will experience a range of emotions. For boys, or me specifically, we want to show ourselves that we are mature now. We are men! It was even worse when I have one of the worst egos out there. I used to have a very high level of toxicity. I love to hang out with people that I felt superior because I want to dominate people. Also, I was a very competitive person. I remember one time at the football club or something. Usually when we done all the training, we would split up and had a match together. Then I don't really remember how I started a fight with this kid. I think he shit talked me or something. After that, I started flexing my YouTube channel and my Facebook account. Because back then, kids at my age didn't have much access to social media or internet stuff. So yeah, I just started flexing, and that was one of the cringiest thing I ever done in my life.
哦不，个灵记！
a bit of a time skip forward to around like 7th grade or 8th grade. Remember that I said I only play with friends that I feel superior to? Yeah, it turned out they were more superior than me in all kinds of ways as they grew up. My class back then was a pretty nerdy class. Like, really nerdy. My middle school classmate who are watching this, just admit it. You guys are fucking nerdy as hell. To explain what kind of person I was, it would take a long video to explain. So, in short, during puberty, I was a narcissistic, obnoxious, egotistic person. A disgusting jerk and an absolute delusional person. There's not much to say about this YouTube aspect of mine in this phase. I think it was 8th grade or 9, I was really into creating content and I want to make a new channel. Because the channel that I had, 60% of the subscriber is from my clone channel that I made back in my primary school. I wanted to make a new channel to see how far and how many subscribers I can achieve without any help from my acquaintances. I didn't remember how and what was the mindset that I had back then. I assumed that I felt tight because there were too many people that I know and I interacted with daily that watched my video. I was afraid of how their reaction would be, how they would feel about the video. Did they laugh? Did they just click off? Did they even like it? Or did they think it's lame? So I created a new channel called TueeBacon to make content without thinking about those negative thoughts, and I wanted to see how far I could achieve by myself. I soon got bored because I barely made any progress. I didn't have the best tool and the content I made barely had anything outstanding in it. YouTube changed. I wasn't gonna get viral like the same way back when I was a kid anymore. The video has to be quality, fast-paced, or have something entertaining or outstanding in it, which my videos cannot achieve those standards. I would blame myself for the lack of tools, but also I would blame myself for not even trying. The channel is now long gone because I accidentally deleted, but I was still able to find some remainings.
Vâng, là tôi. Mời tự nhiên. Để bạn nghĩ tôi đã đi nhưng không.
Kiếm này nhật đầy đẹp.
Study. Ui dồi, bụi này. Ui dồi.
Học ăn làm nói, học gói mang về.
Welcome to my vlog. Vâng, đừng nói nhiều nữa. Tôi bỏ YouTube.
As a person, well, still being an absolute jerk off stream. Okay, I didn't notice the word jerk off over there when I was writing the script. You can kind of see the edginess or the trying to be cool sense that I've given in those videos. My memories are very blurry during the 8th grade and the 9th grade. Well, I still carry that toxicity and that sense of superior around, but everyone in my class had pretty much grown up.
I am better!
My class was pretty much full of nerds or those tryhard students. It started to group up like those nerdy groups you could see in many classes. On the other hand, I was a kid who really hates studying in school. Seeing other kids get so much better at scores and studying while I was just exist. It made me feel somewhat jealous, but somewhat feel left out. They now form group, and at this point I lost that sense of superior, of dominance that I used to have on them. Because of that, instead of accepting and trying to change myself, I chose to improve my edginess and my toxicity. It's kinda like a coping mechanism. I lost control over my friends, and then now I try to be edgier, be cooler, and try to become that lone wolf lifestyle. There was this dude that I used to sit next to him. He was a very excellent student in my class, pretty much in like the top 3. He and I used to compete a lot at scores and stuff. Yes, it did make me study more and focus more on the lesson, but for the whole time, I had been focusing just for the underground competition that I created. He was such a prodigy, a fucking genius. He outstanded me at every fucking aspect. Then, I gave up. Why am I doing this? It is such a waste of time. My competitive blood has pretty much faded through time to time since I realized how not important I am. I was just a side character, and that is just one story. Other stories about things like romantic relationship, friendship, classes, and scoring, especially my ego, all of them had created an insecurity, an anxiety about myself, about my appearance, my ego, my thoughts, my identity. A lot of things happen, and I wish I could tell you all, but one thing you could know, that I was a no good kid.
Ôi, đi thằng nào ơi, đi thằng nào ơi, bỏ đi ra, bỏ đi ra.
All the time we were apart of each other's lives,
Tức là có đúng.
heart to heart.
Ôi, 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 ôi rồi.
So I had
Ôi rồi ôi, ôi rồi ôi.
so many
Địt mẹ tôi ơi, cái gì đây?
Làm sao cái cuối
of each other's
Trời
lives,
ơi.
heart to heart,
Zig zag, zig zag, zig zag, zig zag, zig zag, zig zag, zig zag.
heart to heart.
À. Thôi. Thôi.
Heart to heart. Heart to heart.
Con mày.
Heart to heart.
Cười.
No, it seems so quick and easy. Sentimentally assumed.
I had a long break from YouTube for like a year. There are a lot to say about me as a person during this period between 2021 and 2022. Many things happened that have affected my personality, my mindset, my appearance, and my mental state. Things happened so quickly and impactfully to me, yet time passed slowly. To put it in short, these 2 years of mine were a year of grief, hatred, and depression. That aside, about content creating, somewhere at the beginning of 2022 or late 2021, because of the pandemic and lockdown, socializing is limited. But with the help of technology, one of my closest friends invited me to his Discord server. I barely used Discord before because I had no idea what to do with it. So I hopped in Discord, there were like 3 dudes, included me, my friend, and my friend's friend that I knew him before. We started screen sharing and do all kind of stuff. So that was the first time I found the screen sharing feature in Discord, which is very cool. Then I kept sharing my screen and stream my game for them to watch, and we just made all kind of jokes together and laugh our ass off. Those moments reminded me of the time that I've been making content. It made the dream or the passion of content creating rise again. I didn't have a certain goal back then, so I thought this YouTuber thingy could be my dream, because that is what I always wanted to be since I was a kid, right? Right? February 25th, 2022. I started my first ever and proper stream on my channel. Actually, this just started as a joke. I just streamed so my friends can watch my gameplay. At first, I streamed on the TueeBacon channel, but since it was long gone, the only channel left is this one. And then I kept streaming more often, and I was hooked up with it. It started as a temporary entertainment for myself and my friends, to relieve those YouTubers moments that I had before. But the more I did, the more interest I felt in this streaming thingy. Then it came to a point that I took it seriously.
What?
Well, not soon after, problems started to take place. I realized that I was totally and absolutely terrible at this live streaming. I'm terrible at interacting with viewers. Most of the time was just my friends watching me, but whenever a new guy come, I don't know what the heck should I do or how to make them stay. Such an awkward experience and a painful thing to do. Another thing is that I was too anxious with the chat. I kept looking at the chat every 2 seconds so I won't miss on anything, even though there were no one chatting. But when the new guy came in, I don't know how to act. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to make them stay. I'm too awkward. I'm too anxious about every single thing. I'm too awkwardly social. I'm too bad at this. What am I doing to myself? Why am I doing this? It was supposed to be a funny little thing that I made for me and my friends. And now it became an insecure, an anxious thing to do. It's not fun anymore. I quit. I don't know if this chapter is even necessary or not, but I guess it's still kinda like a part of my development.
If I could begin to be half of what you think of me.
Bacon is probably my digital persona. Why bacon? Well, I started watching VTuber for whatever reason during the pandemic. I watched them while using the name TueeBacon. Bacon is much easier for them to read instead of Tueej. So yeah, that's it. I'm Bacon now. I like to watch small VTuber or streamer because it is cozier than other big content creators. It feels more welcoming and closer because you get to communicate with them much easier. It kinda like makes you feel less like an NPC and more like a human, I guess. And then yada yada, I got to know some VTuber, made plenty of friends online. Okay, do not think me as an extrovert or something. It took a lot of effort and multiple of self-talk just to say the word hello in the voice chat. And now you can see how pathetic I was and I am. Getting so anxious just by trying to say the word hello, which is the most common and the most normal word you could say. Time passed. I made plenty of relationships, both online and offline. I chose to develop myself instead of keeping the hatred on myself. Socially anxious, awkward, bad communication skill, autistic, introverted, and more. I made mistakes. I punished myself. I created consequences for myself. But a mistake is to create a lesson, not another mistake. Realizing it, I moved on. I forgave myself. I made peace with myself. It took a lot of attempt, self-talk and effort to have this better version of me. Still, same old mistakes happen, but now I have a different mindset to deal with them. This video is getting long, so in short, this chapter is basically my redemption arc. Erik Satie, a French composer and a pianist. Born on May 17, 1866, by all accounts, he was thought as a talentless musician in his formative years. At least that's how George Mathias, his professor, described him. Insignificant, laborious, and worthless were his words. Another professor called him the laziest student in his music school. It's true that Satie wasn't much of an accomplished piano player. He is a horrible sight reader, but he is a master composer. Nowadays, he is known as one of the greatest and the most eccentric musicians of all time. The background music, Gymnopédies, are also his most well-known pieces. When they was first published, they were met with a mixed response from critics and audiences. Debussy described Gymnopédie as beautifully simple and full of delicate charm, which is almost ethereal. On the other hand, another critic described the third Gymnopédie as a singularly unimportant contribution from a much heralded revolutionary. Well, does that have to do anything with this part of the video? No, it doesn't. Hi, I'm Tueej. My full name is Vu Minh Tueej, but some people called me Bacon. This project started at 12 July until now is August 20. My first plan is to upload this video before my birthday, which is 23rd July, but it is merely impossible. It took over a month to create this video. Well, actually most of the time it's just me getting overthinking about various stuff like what is the point of this video, or how would they think about this abomination and or what will I even do after this. I spent weeks trying to overcome and to solve those questions, and yeah, here I am. I never realized how attached this content creating is to me. Like, it appears in every phases of my life. Like, every time I quit, I come back for whatever reason. I tried very hard to find the purposes to make this video, because I want to make sure that this comeback at content creating is not a temporary entertainment or to satisfy anyone's wishes, even though no one even care about this. I want to find out that, do I really love making content or being a YouTuber or not? In the beginning, the first reason was that it might sound ridiculous, but I got kind of frustrated with everyone just see me as a brain-dead kid who just make weird, sensitive jokes, or in short, thinking me as a damn degenerate or a loser, staying in the room for 24 hours and not touching grass at all. I know this reason is ridiculous, but being able to see how much I changed as a person, I felt really proud for every progress I made for my redemption. On the other hand, I felt kinda unfair to people just see me as a fucking degenerate. But the thing is, I don't share my progress to anyone because who would want to? I know you're gonna be like, oh, there's always someone willing to hear your problem. Well, yeah, maybe. But one of my biggest problem is that I have a really terrible communication skill. I have stutter all the time. I never could make up my mind what I'm trying to say. Overall, I don't have the ability to talk like a normal person. That's part of the reason why I never express anything to anyone else, and that is also why I always act like a toddler in front of my friends or acquaintances. But you seem to talk so fluent now. Yeah, because this part is heavily scripted, and they're just me talking to the camera. I know it might sound greedy or selfish, but I just want to show that how much I have grown and how much I have matured as a person. Yeah, I might sound like those 14 years old kids who trying to prove that they are mature after puberty. Even though I'm just 17, I'm in my 18 right now, but I'm seeing enough, I experienced enough, I understood enough to make myself change. My trauma or problems might sound ridiculous if I ever tell you guys, but they have enough weight and impact to me that could make myself change so radically. So I just want to show you guys my other side that I've been unable to fully express in a normal conversation. And of course, I want to make weird shit video again. Rewatching all of my past video made me really miss it. Seeing myself started as a childish, naive kid who dreamed to be a big YouTuber to an edgy emo kid who thought making low effort video is cool, to a socially anxious and compulsive streamers. But not gonna lie though, by just watching the stream, I wouldn't even know that I would have all of that anxiety stuff when I was doing the live streams. By announcing this video, it's kinda like remove all the boundaries and limits that I have on myself on making content. Because I always worry about other people's reaction to any video or content I made. So this video is kinda like an announcement or a confession and maybe an introduction, but also a welcome back video. I want to show that my bacon side to you guys, but also I want to show you guys this guy, that he exists. I want to thank all my supporters throughout the whole development of my channel, like Ren, Zanam, Kênh, Nam, Hiển Lương, and blah blah blah. Now there are new faces like Sukina, Zuchi, Stade, Akamura, Fallen Butter, Shuma, and many more. Especially I want to thank you, Sukina, for encouraging me to get back to this content creating thingy. Because rewatching my old video were mostly really cringe. But as someone said, when you already accept to be a YouTuber or a content creator, you are already the cringe itself. Oh yeah, what's even the purpose to be cringe about yourself, right? About the future of this channel, I could not promise anything because I already have a different path for my future. So this content creating now is basically just my part-time stuff or just a hobby now. I don't even care about how many subscriber or how many viewer I got, but still I gonna make the content as quality as I can. Still, I'm not sure that I will be making video consistently or not. Maybe I could just disappear for another year after this video. So yes, don't expect much from me, because now being a YouTuber is just a hobby to me. If you want to watch my old videos, I created 2 playlists here. It is public, so you can watch at any time you want. My Discord server is in the description, and yeah, this video is getting long, so I just want to thank you all. But also, thank you for making this happen. And welcome back. This is Bacon, and you are watching TueeBacon.
I know I've let you down. I've been a fool to myself. I thought that I could live for no one else. But now, you all the hurt. It's time for me to respond. The ones
The heroes come. My friend.
I wish that I could turn back time.
Fuck! No.
Can't live without the trust from those you love. I know we can't forget the past. You can't forget love and pride. Because of that, it's killing me inside.
Everything is start from its beginning.
Tôi vừa nhận được một cái hộp quà từ Deep Web. Và chúng ta hãy mở xem trong này có cái gì nhá.
Không ngờ anh ấy mình lại nói thế. Không biết anh ấy nghĩ gì về mình.
360 độ. Ôi. Rồi, cất đi. Cất. Cất đi.
Thôi đừng nhiều quá nó nổ ấy.
Chị mẹ nổ. Thôi. Khổ cái gì đây? What the fuck?
I know we can't forget the past. You can't forget the pride.
What the fuck?
Because of that, it's killing me inside.
Okay, one bullet. Whoa, what the Suki!
Hey.
Suki! What is this lobby?
From anywhere, like, dude.
No!
Yes, rally me up. Let's rally you up.
Nah, it's so okay. I am glad that you timed me out because I'm into that. Thank you.
Are you an M, Jesus?
Don't take it seriously.
Christ.
Tumbling down, tumbling down.
Last player standing.
No! He wants to fucking listen to the fucking song, huh? He wants Flash! He was why are you doing this?
I was trying to do a TikTok.
He was yeah.
Okay, let's pretend we did a no state and give him some content, okay? Oh my god, is that a girl?
It's not a girl. Is that a female?
I can buy for you if you want.
Thank you.
need a drop. Thanks.
There you go. Oh yes!
Oh my god, what is this? Okay, you got the content, right? Okay.
My ears have been...